your timeline index cards. I'm just going to go over this so that we all know and we're all on the same page. So as you can see, it says summarizing sentence for the space timeline. In order for you to get full credit on your timeline, and this was the example that I gave, okay? And just before I go over the specifics of the rubric, I want you to see that the date is large, the event is large, I've got a picture that's in color, and I've got one sentence that explains what's going on. This wristwatch-shaped Genesis probe was launched to capture tiny flecks of solar wind and bring it back to Earth. By reading that sentence, you should be able to understand why that was an important event in space history. Okay? Ezekiel, can you read the date on that one from where you are? Can you read the date?
No.
Awesome.
Can you read the date? Turn around to show that person right there. Okay, so how about we do this? Turn around and look. Read the date.
Oh, sorry.
Read the date.
August 8th, 2001.
Awesome, okay. August 8, 2001. Can you read the date on this one?
No.
Okay,
I just said August.
so this is kind of, if I were to, this is not big enough. You should be able to read it from across the room, because what we'd like to do with the timeline is we would like to put them up in a big timeline. So, going back to the rubric. To get full credit, you're going to have a clear main idea in the first sentence or only sentence. All important details are included. It's in logical order. You've talked about what the main idea is and why it's an important space fact. Okay? The picture of the main event is in color and recognizable. Date is large enough to read from the back of the room. Okay? If you have all those things, you get full credit. This is full credit. This is the maximum amount. Over here, this is like, obviously, 1, 2, 3, 0 if you don't do it at all. 1, okay, 2, 3. And we can, I'll show you here in a second. Focusing on comprehension and detail. If you have a great sentence here, but your picture of the main event is not in color, but you can still recognize it. Like, this is a beautiful one, I have to tell you. This picture is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous picture. It's not in color. So I would circle this one. And the date is not large enough to read from the back of the room. So I would circle these. Although the sentence is really good. So if I were to give this one a grade, I would circle clear main idea, picture of main event is not in color, but is still recognizable, and the date is not large enough to read from the back of the room. So this person would get between a 2 and a 3 on this. This is a 3 out of 3. This is like 2.5 out of 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so minimum, 0. The main idea is unclear and not specifically stated. Some stuff is missing, and we don't know why it's important fact in space history. There's no picture of the historical event. There's no date listed. I had one of those up here. I'm sure you can imagine what they look like. I'm not going to actually, I don't want to pick on anybody, but are there any questions about this? Today, you're going to fill one of these out for your timelines, for your events in your group. You only need to have one person fill it out, put all your group's names on the top, and then fill this out. Some things I did well when writing your timeline. We did really good with coloring. We did really good with making sure that the dates were big. Some things I need to keep in mind to improve my score for next time I write a summary. Okay? Any questions?
Nope.
Thank you. Thank you.